Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Miss Ria. My name is Siti Nurholis. Today, I will explain about the prototype theory and prototype categorization. The first is prototype theory, a more efficient and adequate way of dealing with fuzzy meaning is presented by prototype theory. Support of this school of thought suggests that people have some typical basic example of each meaning category in their minds. The so-called prototype represent a kind of standard model of category in image which is immediately conjured up in a person's mind when they use a certain word. The next is prototype in categorization. The mental representation of prototype is formed on the basis of several factors. First, prototype is often described on the basis of its appearance. The size, color, or the shape of an object can influence whether they are considered as typical instance of category. The second, in some cases, it is important what the object is capable of doing. For example, one of the most important characteristics of a bird is that it can fly, and a flightless bird is often considered as less typical. Moreover, the usage of an object often influences our judgment about the typicality of the object. Finally, the frequency of the word also defines whether they consider it typical or not. As a bird that always sings outside our windows can be judged more typical than an exotic bird that we rarely encounter. All in all, this characteristic influence our judgment of the typicality of object with regards to certain categories. And the last, the conclusion of prototype. The present small-scale empirical study investigate the similarities and difference of the function of prototype theory and definition. The result imply that the theoretical approach of prototype theory and the everyday definition of categories work similarly in the practice is the same basic factors. Learned knowledge and cultural aspect underline the mental representation of prototype and categories. Okay, I think enough for this material. Sorry if there are mistake. And last, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.